For the time being, 5:37, we're going to call the Tilton Northfield Fire Commissioners meeting to order. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the agenda around a little bit, and we're going to postpone public comment and correspondences till after the new business of promotions and new employees. So we're going to let the chief take it from there.
So, Aiden, Greg, could you come up front here, please?
Aiden's on a call.
Oh, okay, so Aiden's on a call.
Okay.
So why don't you stand here, Greg?
Okay.
Greg, these are the fire commissioners. This is Paul Oger. John Silly is the chairman right now. And this is Eric Pyra.
Nice to meet you.
Greg's transferred to us from Franklin, where
Okay.
he was a captain. But he started his career here in Tilton Northfield, and I'm glad to have him back. He's going to be a great asset to the department, and he's got all the certifications. He's ready to rock and roll. And as you can see, he's a small guy, so we get along with like.
We have to get the new engine refitted for the fit.
But just got to get extra tall uniform.
Yeah, extra long, I think.
Yep.
Extra long stuff. Greg's great, and thank you for coming, Greg. You guys have any questions, or you have any questions?
No.
Awesome.
I'm sure we'll get to know you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you,
But
Greg.
definitely appreciate you coming out tonight.
So since Aiden is not here, he's actually working. He's on a call right now. We'll have to dispense with that.
We'll catch him at another time.
Right. So Derek, would you like to come up with your family?
Sure.
No, stand up there.
Stand up too, just
So, Derek Farrell, we all know, has been here for about 15 years or so, a little bit more, a little bit less, somewhere around there. 12 years, okay. Derek is a great guy. He works so hard all the time. He's topped out on our assessment center that we had last year. Always working extra, doing extra things, taking on extra responsibilities. He has the respect of all the men, and my admiration for him having that. And so it's my pleasure to promote him to captain, and if you want to take care of that, if you can. She won't go on anybody, right?
No, she won't. It's all right.
That'll do it for you. So I know how to do this without stabbing people too.
White shirt, the blood will show.
Yeah, with the red dot. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Next one more.
Next up will be,
Congratulations. Earned it. Oh, I didn't recognize you.
Sean, you want to come up with your family?
I didn't recognize you.
I'll take pictures.
Everybody's getting sick as well.
Again, Sean Belvani, another great guy, and I can say that for everybody who works with Tilton Northfield. We have nothing but great employees. But Sean is a fantastic employee. He took the role of bringing us into the new image trend and Slate software that we're using for taking over from Firehouse. And I know it was a huge headache for him and the rest of us going forward. But Sean took the task on full bore. He's also taken the Certified Public Managers Program and completing that, and has done very well. He, again, has all the respect of the men and myself, and it is my pleasure to promote him to Deputy Chief. Sean, here you go.
Hopefully someone here knows first.
We got it covered.
The blood doesn't show through white.
Yeah.
So again, Sean, thank you very much. Look forward to working with you.
Get a couple of photos.
Oh, photos?
Photos, yes.
This one, then
We can do them at the same time. Okay, I got them. Did you
Hold
get
on. Hold on 1 minute. I took a video of the whole thing.
them? Good for you.
My mom will be happy.
Hold on, photos. I got it. Oh, wait. I gotta scan. Oh, that's nice.
Here we go. Chop up the video 16 seconds.
Your mom will be very
Awesome.
happy.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I didn't know. Do either of you want to say anything to everyone?
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
You both earned it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate your time and all that.
Thank you.
And I've worked with Derek on a few committees, so haven't worked with Sean as much yet. So, well, it'll be interesting times.
Yep.
Learn as much as you can in the next,
Got a week and a half
2
left.
weeks, yeah.
He's been nice, just giving me a little bit at a time, it's good. Not laying it all on at once.
Just remember, every time a little bit more sticks, a little bit more sticks.
All right. So then we are going to return back to the normal order. Everyone's welcome to stay if you choose. It can be quite enticing.
Fun's over now.
It's hot though, so it's
And really appreciate everyone taking the time to come out for them.
It comes with a new
Thank you.
Bye.
You can set up the big
It's more white space like that. It's like airplane.
I'm good
Take the
here, but if
exit
you
roll.
I'm not a guy. Congratulations.
Sean is gonna sit down, I'm gonna take off.
Okay.
I pick up my son from football, but I just want to say thank you very much for everything.
We don't get one last meeting with you?
No.
Wow.
No,
Nothing subtle about it.
No, it's Sean's role now. I'm anxious to make
Absolutely.
sure that he gets the resources that he needs, but I just want to say thank you very much for everything that you guys have done for me, the district's done for me. It's been an awesome ride, and it's helped prepare me for this next challenge, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Sean.
We definitely
Thank you, Paul.
know,
Thank you.
we lost a good resource, but Laconia's going to definitely
Yeah, I'm just
get lucky.
I'm just down the road, so
We know where you work.
yeah, exactly. Believe me, I've had people send me pictures of the Laconia Fire Station and how we're decorating your office, and we're not going to allow you in the building, but yeah, like I said, Sean's going to do a fantastic job. And but again, I just want to say thank you myself personally. I really appreciate it.
You just got a new car too.
That's why. We gave him some he was used to the Flintstones.
Well, I'm going back to the Flintstone, believe me. It's the same thing. So, but yeah, again, thank you very much. Like I said, we'll be around for another week and a half helping Sean get up to speed, but he's the guy who's going to take it to the next level. So awesome. Have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll be, what, 13C1 then, right?
Should be.
Yes.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
right?
One of these
Oh,
days,
it's
yes.
Yes,
One of
you
these
do.
things.
Sure?
Yes, I am.
All right, and then you actually have a board
But,
packet too.
the tradition is that the new deputy chief is supposed to bring everyone dinner.
I have it, it's right out there. We just have to share one plate.
I don't care.
So yeah,
I'll be around long enough to share.
if you have questions, you've seen or been to it, anything you need, pause. I will definitely want to set you up for success. So,
Thank you.
yeah, so speak up, tell me to shut up, and, oh, wait a second, go back to that one.
Do you want to finish off new business before we move on?
Sure, let's go to C of new business, accept the radio grant and authorize chief to sign the paperwork. I did not see that in our packet.
So it's in the chief's report
Oh,
where,
Probably now.
find the grants. Okay,
Bottom.
I wrote an application to Homeland Security and received the grant for $53,853 for radio infrastructure upgrades. If you recall, I requested this in my budget of last year, and you said, well, you can get a grant for it. So I did, and I was awarded the grant. And so we just need an official vote of the commissioners to accept the grant and authorize me to sign the documents.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept the, we have to say who the grant's from?
Accept the grant.
Accept the grant for $53,853 for radio infrastructure upgrades and authorize the chief to sign the related documents.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
So, okay, discussion on it. I have at least one question on it. So what is the rough breakdown of this? Base units, is it all the apparatus? I mean, kind of.
The grant is inclusive of everything that's needed in this project, and what the project is, it's adding a receiver, a 4-channel receiver on the water tower on Pleasant Street in Franklin.
Okay, I didn't know we had something over there.
Yeah, so it's part of Lakes Region, and so what those receivers will do, it'll be a Channel 7 receiver for Lakes Region, a Channel 1 receiver for Tnfd, and a police Channel 1 receiver. And then there's a microwave that's going on that tower at the same time that's gonna microwave it back to Shed Road.
Okay,
And that's where the fire and police repeaters are, and will be voted and repeated. And also from there, through microwave link to the PD, and from PD fiber to Belknap Mountain, where Lakes Region Channel 7 will be voted and received on their system.
so that's the travel path, it's going through the PD's microwave to get up to our stuff to then be all that, the two-way communication.
Yes.
So it's just repeaters, or is it apparatus upgrades too?
So it's adding receivers to it, so it's not a repeater, it's a receiver
Okay.
that's on the backside of
No,
the repeater.
no,
So
no.
you'll have
None
more
of our
receivers.
Motorola's or anything like that have been replaced or anything.
Yeah, these are made by tape. It's the same system that the police uses, that we use, and Lakes Region uses, so giving that similarity that we're all in the same type of equipment, took advantage of doing a multi-agency grant request, and they look very favorably upon those, and so it's going to improve our radio reception for everybody.
Like Eric was saying, our handhelds and our vehicle mounts, all those can receive.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
No adjusting to them.
Nothing whatsoever.
Okay.
And they're all P25 stuff, so it's a digital format that is standardized in public safety.
Okay.
So it is what it is, and no matter who makes the equipment, that you're running on that P25 standard, they all work.
And the cost is nothing to us.
Nothing to us.
It's a good deal.
Yes.
How long are these receivers expected to last? Ballpark.
They say 15 to 20 years.
Okay.
I expect them probably to last longer because they're in an air-conditioned environment. They're looked at every year by the radio company comes and looks at them and make sure they're all set. And they're also monitored through our monitoring system. So if anything goes wrong with them, we know about it fairly quickly.
So maintenance, you said the yearly maintenance, what's that ballpark? Because that's gonna come out of our operating budget, I assume, down the road.
Yes, that's, I think it's $1,400 for our entire system
Per year?
per year. 1425 or something like that. It's in the budget. And that, when we were going at our last budget meeting, I told you if we could pass on that one because I was waiting for the quote to come in. That quote did come in, so.
Okay. So pretty much the only incurred cost to the district is right now a $1,400 per year maintenance. Expectation of 15, 20, 25 years.
Wait, that sounds misleading, because you
Okay.
said it was part of our already maintenance program, which costs us, it's not an additional cost, it already costs us $1,400.
We're already paying the $1,400.
So that's part of the maintenance we already have.
That's correct.
There's no additional cost to maintenance those.
No.
Okay, all right, no, I appreciate that. If in 20 years, even though it's not gonna affect most of us in the room, what would be the replacement cost looking at?
Depends upon what segment of this whole system. Is it a microwave link, or is it just a receiver? Is it just the card? So with the Tate equipment, it's all modular. So if just this receiver card goes out, that's like $1,000. If the whole microwave link goes out, it's usually not both sides of the link, but it's usually one side or the other. That's like $6 or $7 grand for one side.
20 years, we'll be using radios.
Right, I mean, who knows, it might be a complete
Yep.
different system, but just looking at, grants are great, it's just the back end of a grant, the questions that come in, and that's why we're just asking those in case.
Sure.
Well, I think it's a good deal on everything. Any other questions, comments on it?
No, sounds good.
All right, all in favor?
All right.
Aye. 3-0, you got it.
All right, thank you.
All right, so that's the expected new business. All right, let's go back and get the base ones out of there so they're not forgotten. Public comments, members of the district, employee of the district. This is anyone that comes can speak, as well as members and stuff like that, if you have anything. All right, so we got that. The next one is correspondence. We do have a correspondence email from Kevin Kate.
September 21st, he sent an email
Yes.
resigning from the building committee.
So we would like to thank him for his time on, because he was actually part of the 2019 station concept committee too, and so we wanted to thank him for his time with that.
We also received a letter from Attorney Fitzgerald approving a proposed warrant article and meeting notice for the special district meeting
Mhm.
that will be upcoming.
Yes, so, well, that was down below, it was under old business,
Right, but we received correspondence, that's why I brought it up now.
yep. Do we wanna go into that, or do we wanna go right into a special district meeting?
What do you,
I'd rather wait on that one and include his, because I think I know what it is, so we'll bring that up as part of the special district meeting portion. Yeah, I think that's a better choice. Alright,
yes,
so,
yes, yes.
so we'll do the chief's report and get that out of the way.
Okay, so I was able to send you the report I completed yesterday morning. I hope you've all had a chance to review it, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
So we'll start just working our way down. You just want to cover the budget portion, because that's pretty basic.
Sure, the budget, we've expended 72% of our operating budget, and we're at 75% through the fiscal year, so we're doing good.
Appreciate it. Fuel hasn't been an impact, or we still gonna?
Well, we're kind of overspent on those lines, but again, there's other lines where are underutilized that we'll be able to take from and not really necessarily transfer money, but use
Cover.
underutilized funds to cover those expenses.
I didn't look at the leak
No, it's not that bad.
yet.
It's-
I'm sure we're not
we've
filled
got
to
a few
date.
few months left to go.
What's the legal line through?
That is through September 30th. We have not received a bill yet for September from the attorney, so it's actually through August.
Operating legal, where is it?
Page 1,
Line 4153. So it looks like 8,854 to September.
no, through August, through.
It's
Yeah.
through August.
Through August, okay. Alright.
Where's the fuel?
I think we're gonna be fine on that.
Yeah, because we had 30 budgeted for it, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
The budget, for the budget line is for the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll be way over at the.
Yeah, it's through December 31st is our year
Yeah,
base.
the operations through December 31st. So a lot of those bills we don't receive until January, but they're
They're encumbered.
credited against this year.
Close out.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, we're at 100% over
What
budget.
line is that?
The good thing is fuel prices are coming down, so
I paid $3.02 a gallon in Florida last week, considering there was a hurricane. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to make it back safely. Fuel, what was it? Oh, there it is. 31 out of 50. Yeah, it's gonna be tight on that, but, okay. All right, fire prevention report, anyone have any concerns with that? See that you're starting into the, slowly?
Yep, I've done, I guess in the past week and a half, I've already done like, I think 14 inspections, and I met with FTM today, and
Nice.
yeah, he's getting me right into it. He's introducing me to everybody, and I was in fire prevention 15 years ago, so I'm trying to, it's a little
Knock the
rusty.
cobwebs off.
Yeah.
It's just the updated codes and all that stuff, and it's like what changed, and Deputy Jubert set you up for success on that. He had a really good, I believe, from what I've heard everywhere, like even in the school, he's had a great relation with
Yes.
everyone, so
Yes.
you're not going into pitchforks and torches yet.
Yeah.
and everything's very well documented, so
Yeah.
we have a good paper trail to follow, and I think it's going to be a very smooth transition.
And the chief has his program, but one of the things the commissioners have tried to push in the past is getting the captains and out there more often. However, you guys implement that, but just so that you aren't having to do 14, 16 hours like he was because I don't think you want to get burnt out on that too quickly. So if any way of sharing the wealth and the training, it's an opportunity for everyone. So that's one of the things that we did have the Deputy Joubert and the chief working on, was trying to do that, sharing of the wealth.
You see bits and smatters of that in different months, depending upon what's going
Yep.
on. But one of the impediments to that is that we're just getting busier and busier incident-wise, and
Yep.
that puts a strain on trying to expand services towards the company offices.
Yeah,
Where do we sit call-wise? I know last month, I thought you said we were like,
We're about 200 calls above where we were this time last year.
wasn't that
I didn't see that.
I didn't write it
No.
down.
I know we talked about it last month.
But I know that's about where we are right now.
The 199, that's why I thought it, that was just for the month, that wasn't about, okay. I don't have any questions on that part of it. Run report. Anyone have any questions on it?
Oh, what town do you live in?
I live in Laconia.
I know we'll get that question.
Oh, yes, we will, absolutely.
Not too far, just on the other side of downtown.
I don't know, I don't need to know, I just,
No, but the public will,
Yeah.
that will be something that comes up in our public annual meeting for sure, because of the gasoline costs and all that, so. But we don't have a restriction, so. I have stuff on that, but I'll wait. Anywhere I see POV in here, I assume it's Deputy Robinson?
That would be
Usually.
correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good on my comments for now for the incident reports. Eric, Paul, anything?
no, never ever carried anything too major.
I saw those quite, 3 building fires, I think, or 2, or, it was at least 2, I thought I saw 3.
It's chimney fire season, right?
Getting into that.
Getting into that, people starting to fire them.
Well, I ain't turning things over. Yeah.
Our electric's up to 60, so it's only if needed. All right. Overlapping simultaneous calls, you didn't have anything?
No, I guess it's just,
So we, out of the 199 incidents, there's 144 overlapping.
Yep.
now, did we handle all of them?
Um,
Well, I see some of them in here we didn't, but they had to go.
So we had to have mutual aid ambulances come for
Yeah.
some of them, and I think we received 7 mutual aid requested, 4 of those were transported.
I see.
We responded with our ambulance 4 times and transported all 4 of those times, so I guess we call that an even.
Yeah, I saw Samberdin in there a couple of times.
Yep.
Nothing else on that apparatus? You going out, oh, still, you haven't got a date for it?
Yeah, so I talked to him yesterday, and he said on the schedule for Sufton, it's scheduled to be completed on November 11th, which is Veterans Day. So I don't think they're working on Veterans Day. But we still have a month or so to go to get there, and things can change. So as it gets closer, we'll have a final date set where Captain Powell and myself will go out and do the final inspection.
So it'd be the completed, you're just talking having the boxes on, the frame, everything, the
Every-
engine's ready
The
to...
engine's ready to be equipped. So once it passes that final inspection, they bring it back to
Oh,
Dingy's
Dingy
shop,
local.
and he'll upfit it. We'll bring engine 3 down, trade that in, and all the equipment from engine 3 will be mounted on the new engine.
How long's that take?
Couple weeks, usually.
It's gonna be cutting close to the end of the year when we get this. Christmas Eve.
It's kind of like last year, engine 2 went in service on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So if we can make the same thing happen, I just keep my fingers crossed because of supply chain issues and things like that. I know when we were at the factory, half of the engines in there were missing seats and federal cues and just other electronic devices that needed chips, that they're waiting for chips, and like the truck is just sitting there doing nothing because they're waiting for parts. All of our parts have been ordered and everything like that, and everything should be there. I mean, our engine was the only one that had a cue and all the seats in it. So maybe they shot us out with something else yet. I don't know yet, but we'll find out.
Maybe because the
Seats
last
were
one,
available.
they wanted to keep us happy after the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah, maybe as soon as we left, they pulled them out and put them into the next truck.
They weren't bolted
inspected.
down. It was,
No.
it was like in that movie with Michael Keaton. When he was like working in the car factory.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yes. Japanese
yeah.
one.
Glass there.
Yep.
Gung ho.
There you go. All right. Go for the COVID equipment grant. Is that just left over from last time? Because we got,
Yes, it's
Yes.
still, we're still waiting for
Still-
the
okay.
payment from Tilton,
Okay.
reimbursement from Tilton. There was a little snag in their reimbursement request, so we had to, they requested the reimbursement. It's coming. Just didn't get it yet.
okay. Let's see for grants, Poland's grants. How much to update Center Street's access control?
So this is something that we just started discussing, and so I have no idea. But I know the camera system that we have in place is very delayed. It works either on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or something
Okay.
like, it's wireless. And there are times where, and they were joking about it, that I was up in the kitchen, sitting down at the table, talking to the guys, and they say, hey, look, you're just pulling into the parking lot now.
Wow, okay.
It's like,
All right.
you know, a minute delay. And many times where, you know, either just Kathy or Beth are in the building and the door's locked
Mhm.
and the bell gets rung and you go to look on the camera to see who's there and there's still nobody there. And they have to get up and run down the stairs, back and forth. I think we need something that's a little bit more modern and maybe, I know, a buzzer system,
Put one of those ring things in there.
better access control or something like that.
That's just for video, that doesn't necessarily, the access control where they could buzz it and let someone in.
So, I don't have any estimates, I haven't really researched it, but this is something that we talked about at our last staff meeting, that I
Yeah.
think it would be something appropriate for the safety of our staff to,
We'll put it in the budget season.
Yep.
I know.
Obviously, we're trying to minimize what we do there, but safety of the people, all that is important.
Can't compromise safety.
I hate to say it, but you may want to look at, if it's something where it's an intercom they can talk, see if there's some kind of wireless way it can talk over to Park Street too. Hate to say it, but this way, if someone goes over there and pushes the button, at least from here, it's like, yep, I'm sorry, we're over here.
Yeah.
That would be handy.
It would, it's going to be costly too.
Yes,
So
I know.
definitely look at the best ways we can do it, but that's something where we probably should look into for the next year or two, potential, because it's a safety. Like
Oh,
you said,
yeah,
you have
I-
someone that's unfortunately on some significant drugs and they're pounding on the door, you don't know until you go down, you don't know what they have in their hands and all that, yeah, but look for grants.
You know, I'm a grant hound, you know.
Look for grants if you can.
I'm a grant.
Um,
I'm a hound for that.
Yeah, I don't know what the other commissioners, but I do, safety is something, I know I've come over here many times and ring the buzzer and then have to wait 3 or 4 minutes for someone to throw their Crocs on and come down and things like that. But part of it is safety. So, I don't know, your thoughts?
Let's get the cost,
Yeah, absolutely.
get estimates. I'm sure it's gonna be,
Painful, but,
well, I'm sure it's gonna require at least 3 bids,
yeah,
just on the cost.
yeah, I think.
That's some of the other problems, is trying to get bids from multiple vendors at this point in time is difficult.
Well, there's quite a few around the area. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, I know, I just, like, even with digging for the dry hydrants, you call 3 or 4 companies, and I only had 1 response. so far. Maybe one of them become not busy, and
Real fast, but then the ground will be frozen at that point, and that's why they're not busy. What's your thoughts on it? Kind of quiet.
I mean, we should take care of it.
Within financial capabilities,
I mean, I get some prices and see what we do.
yeah, and see if there's homeland grants out there, because that should possibly be a homeland grant, safety grant potential, if we haven't tapped them out.
yeah, I'll look into that too, yeah.
Yeah, because security of the buildings and stuff like that, I would think that might be able to, they're looking
A
at
critical
school.
asset.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'll talk to Pam over at Grants and find out how we can
Trying to do it.
finagle something.
I thought about something, but it has to do with safety, so it shouldn't be said in public.
No. You don't want it? Okay.
No, I just rather not, because
Okay.
when I'm advertising something,
Yeah,
if anyone's listening,
temptation.
that, oh,
Yeah.
there's not that there.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. And then Park Street, Paul still hasn't gotten your floor.
It's gonna be a while.
It's blushing.
They won't wear out the concrete, trust me.
And then you said today the train facility was painted by Department of Corrections.
Yep.
Finalized.
Take the outside or inside?
Looks better.
Looks a lot
Inside
better.
or outside?
The outside.
No.
Yeah, I haven't
No,
gone
no
by it
no
yet.
sense in painting the inside.
No, I don't think I've driven by it. No, I think I drove by it before, on my way to the airport, and that was the last time I saw it.
It blends in much better now. I've
Take a
driven
look at it
driven
next time
by
you
it,
come by
like
on
from
daytime.
the exit 19 side, you kind of drive by this way, and you don't really see it coming like
From the
down
station blocking it.
because the station blocks it. But coming in from like the exit 19 side, you can see it now, but it's much more subdued. It's not the multicolored thing that you're looking
What
at.
color did you go with?
It's the same color as the salt shed behind it and the fencing that's around the communications.
So it's like a
Dark.
emerald
It's
green.
like an emerald green,
Yeah.
yeah, emerald green, I guess is
Okay.
what you want to call it.
Not this,
No, darker.
No.
Not neon green. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it Thursday when I have a meeting over this side now.
I don't see any green around here. That
Yeah.
doesn't match it. It's
Park-
darker than that green.
Yeah.
probably the road piece.
Closer to the green and the color of the right.
Yeah.
Maybe in between those two.
Park Street, the tower. Actually, this selectmen, no, sorry, planning board in Northfield had brought up about the contract because they were working on their tower ordinance last night. And the breakaway fall, and you had an agreement in there with the wireless company that they have liability. Oh, no, I'm sorry, two different things. Decommissioning, if ever happened with the tower, you had in there decommissioning, they would remove it and all that.
Yes.
Um,
No, actually, there's an option. Either the fire district assumes the ownership
Yeah.
and responsibility for the tower, or we can tell them to take the tower out and they bring it back down to zero,
Okay.
down to ground level.
So, part of the tower ordinance was addressing that matter, and they were wondering if that was there. I know you assured us it was, and we might want to put that in black and white and just put it
I
over to.
believe they have a copy of the lease.
They may. The selectmen but Stephanie was there and she didn't know about the copy of the lease, if she had it or not. So it's something we might want to just look at.
If Stephanie wants to send me an email, specifics of what she wants, I'm happy.
Yep,
to
and that's why I'm
provide
just
her.
bringing it up.
Sure.
It was just addressed last night. I know the breakaway fall, we addressed the diameter and the decommissioning, so. And then they're like, is there an agreement? I'm like, I remember the chief talking about it. I've never seen it myself, to my knowledge, so
Sure.
there might be a, just for their record type of thing.
The where it breaks is designed engineering. It's not part of the lease agreement, but it's the design of the tower itself.
It was two separate things, to reduce the fall radius, but there, yeah, these are all things that was coming up last night as part of the ordinance review,
Sure.
so. I'll mention it to Stephanie.
Happy to help.
Yeah, just have her reach out if the selectmen in Northfield want it.
So, Chief, I'd forgotten, I know you said it before, one user revenues on that a year.
So with one user on it, which is AT&T, which their equipment's already up there and on it, but it's not operating because Eversource hasn't planted their pole so that we can bring power underground to the facility. But once it's up and lit, I think it's 17 or 18 and a half grand a year on the first user.
Okay.
Second user and subsequent users, I believe we collect 45% of the rent of those users. And there's an escalation for every year afterward, it goes up 2.5% as well. And I think at year 10 and year 20, there are bonus years where they send us another 5 or 10 grand just because it reached those like bonus milestones. And there's a renewal up to 50 years.
So what's the current contract? Is it out 50-year contract?
It's actually 10 years, renewable every 10 years for up to 50 years.
Okay, so it's currently the 10-year contract, and then
Right, and the renewable part is optional on the tower owner. We don't have a choice. If they want to renew it, they can renew it.
okay, all right.
We can't say no if they want to renew it.
So 18,500 approximately a year.
I'd have to go back and look at it, but it's in the
Yeah.
ballpark.
Yep.
That's a nice little offset, and then that gets split half and half.
Actually, the rent, the entire rent comes to the fire district, which is split in half.
Yeah.
But the town of Northfield also gets to collect property taxes on
Yes.
the equipment and the tower.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would make
So,
sense.
it's a double win for the town of Northfield.
Yeah.
Yep, that would make sense.
And plus they get great cellular coverage if you have AT&T.
So what would
Like
happen?
where you live, I don't know where you.
So what would happen if somebody renewed that for, say, 10 years, and we decided we didn't want it, take it down? We'd have to reimburse them that?
No, we don't have the option of saying you can't renew it. So it's like a player's contract where the player has the option to renew his contract for another year, like in football or baseball. If the player chooses that option, the team has to pay it. So the owner of the tower has the option. We don't have an option.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we said we want to get everything out of there for one reason or another, we'd have to really have some talks with them at the 10-year increments.
Yep.
Other than that, and then even then, they could say, sorry, it's still working well for us, and we're gonna go with it.
Yes.
Got it. Alright. So, just because we're behind a little bit. Okay, Park Street Tower, safer effect.
Nothing has changed in that respect.
Okay. This is just the advantage of having the 4 people versus 3
Yes.
and the tax rate. Now, I thought I saw on the calendar the Safer Grant Committee was meeting this month or something?
October 14th.
Okay, so 10/14 they are meeting, just trying to figure out, because we're in year 2 of the Safer, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so,
So what the Safer Committee, they've already decided what they were gonna do. I guess it's just to document the little report and give their recommendations and whatnot.
okay. But it doesn't have to be a warrant article this year because we're still in year 2.
They do have a warrant article for this year to take effect in the next year. And the warrant article generally is to remove vehicle repairs, equipment maintenance and service contracts from the operating budget and place it in the apparatus and equipment fund budget.
Remember something about that? Okay.
I don't have the.
But no, I was talking
Kathy,
safer.
Can we find, you could probably read it if you find it.
No, we can wait on that. I know, I remember what you're talking about, putting some of the maintenance and stuff into the apparatus. I was talking the Safer, it was a warrant article for the Safer Committee. Or, because eventually we have to convert from Safer at the end of year 3.
Yes, to operating. So the end of the Safer grant is on February 8th of 2024.
Thank you.
So on that date is when the district assumes the full cost of those 4 employees.
Which is before district meeting.
That's correct.
So,
So this is why we have to make all these plans now.
and almost have the warrant article for this year to approve to take in effect the following year.
Correct.
Because if you do a warrant article for 2024, you will not have funds to pay them come January 1st.
Well, the
No, January 1st, when the,
February.
oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, up to February 8th, so, but, yeah, so.
And there's a process that you have to follow to change a restricted warrant article like that,
Right,
to change the usage.
so that's just, you're on the committee, right?
Yep.
So, just so you have your warning in advance that you might have to be looking at it almost for this year.
That's what we are trying
Okay,
to do it for.
all right. All right, just kind of planning ahead on that because of that overlap. And then call company, I don't see anything, you're working on the dry hydrant cisterns. No changes on that really, right?
No, the dry hydrants, I was supposed to, we tried to meet today with Stephen Partridge. They were the responsive contractor for putting the things in. But when I was in a meeting, he was free. When I got out of the meeting, he was already busy. He says, we gotta hook up some other time. I also finally got permission from the landowner at 33 Vista Heights to put a cistern in there.
Nice.
We do not need a permit from DES to do that, because it's just in his land.
Even though it's a water location, DES doesn't have an ownership on it?
Not of a cistern, no.
No, it's
Oh,
all.
cistern, I'm sorry,
It's a
I was thinking dry hydrant going into a pond, no matter what you do
Nope.
there in your.
This would be a cistern.
Okay, good.
And so I have to, I'm working on the agreement, the actual agreement, and then we have to get the surveyors in there to
Yep.
mark out the bounds for the easements that these property owners will give us to maintain and install and maintain the systems.
Okay. Please get lots of photos of the process because this is something that can definitely be shown off at district meeting where we're building the water supplies and all that. That's good stuff for that photo thing or collage that you have. That's really good advertisement of us trying to move forward the way direction that they wanted. Even though it may only be one,
Yeah.
get some good pictures of so people understand and it might draw some people in.
Correct? Will do.
All right, you guys got anything else? I know I'm the loudmouth usually. I don't want to take away from your opportunities. How are you doing?
Here, that's good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right, does anyone have anything else on the chief's report then, front or back? Pretty generic, even though we took a while. Some good information.
That's all we got.
We can give you more paper.
No, no,
I have a whole binder here I can share.
I get plenty.
All right, so chief's report, the budget items, I mean, I went through briefly and it didn't look like any particular line changed. I don't know if it's possible, but a question I did have, I know you're restricted on what you can do here, but is it possible to have a fifth column to show the adjustment from last month? It's great that we have this, but now,
That is not possible.
That's
Okay.
QuickBooks, yeah.
Okay. I was just asking
Good
because
try.
it's really difficult comparison. I'd have to have through September, and then I'd have to have that one and do the comparisons and stuff. I didn't know if there was a way that the system allowed
There's not
it.
a way to do that easily.
Okay.
I'd end up having to export 2 reports and.
No, don't. No, it was just, if it was an easy option, it was.
And the problem?
All right,
Sit with me and I'll show you.
so we got the chief's report. Okay.
That's the QuickBooks. You can modify that.
Report of committees, the fire station committee. All right, they haven't met, they met once. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. They're pretty much concerned with what the commissioners are doing because there's a lot of loose end variables going on here. We don't have anything back from, we don't have any communication with Tilton Selectmen of one way or the other what the plan is unless you do have something, either one of you.
No, I think it's on the agenda.
I think it is coming up in the next week or so.
This is an agenda item. What the building committee has done though is sent the RFP, RFQ, which is kind of like the next in old business approval, put to the commissioners, which we sent copies to you.
Yeah.
And basically the commissioners, once they approve them, then I can start publishing things
So,
and getting that ball on the road.
so and where that was, there was only like an adjustment in like one paragraph that really limited it to the Park Street property. So it's getting the process going. As long as the commissioners are good with that, what they saw of it, we can get that, because there's like a 36, there's a lot of time in between waiting on things to come back. So, I don't know. It's like the 12th or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Thursday.
The 6th, but what's the
Today's the 4th.
6th?
Yeah,
So-
it's been like 3 weeks since we last met, because we only meet the first and the third
Right.
Thursday of the month.
So right now, we haven't heard anything back from the Tilton Selectmen. It's already getting beat up out there in the internet land and Facebook land and all that. A reporter did an article on it. Apparently we're in the paper that we didn't even know about. It was about the Park Street property.
I believe it was on the radio too.
Wow.
I heard it on the radio
When was it on the newspaper?
a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago. It was in the paper.
I saw that.
It was in the radio too, because I heard it.
Well,
I
they might
didn't
have
hear it on the
read it.
radio.
I did.
Somebody,
He emailed
Tom
us.
Caldwell.
Yes.
He then emailed us for some clarification on some questions. So yeah, the picture that's in there is, I think the three of us, they took from a video. Good. But
It was probably last week when I was out of
it
town.
was like 2 weeks ago. I haven't read it.
Oh, I usually read the paper every day, that's why I'm online.
Yeah, I don't usually. I
might
just
have been a weekend edition one, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
I believe it was.
yeah, I don't know. I just know that my father mentioned to me that, hey, you're on the paper. I'm like, hey, okay.
Again?
So I would request that if there's any requests from the media or things like that, it's brought to the commissioners for awareness beforehand. Not trying to hide anything, but right now it's all based on what the potential of the property at Sanborn Road for financial, and that could impact whether a change of direction if the commissioners go with it, because right now the commissioners are going with Park Street, but we're investigating the possibility of Sanborn Road. If that comes into alignment, then the commissioners will talk about possibly looking at that as a headquarters, and still there would be a small adjustment over to Park Street. But right now everything's pending on information from the selectmen and an agreement, if that's possible, that everyone can agree with between the town of Tilton selectmen and the Tilton Northfield Fire EMS commissioners. Does that sum it up pretty clearly?
Somewhat.
Okay.
I think the only thing, I don't want people to perceive that that's the route we're taking right now.
Right, correct. Right now, we're still going forward with Park Street unless the magic genie, something pops up incredible. Agreed. Anything else you want?
No, I found the article. It was on September 20th, but then updated on September 26th.
I guess I missed that too.
I read the paper every day too.
Which one was it, Laconia Daily Sun or?
Yeah, I will send it.
It was in the Laconia Daily Sun, I know
I
that.
will send it to
I'll look at it and see. Just curious to see what I said that
Send it to
I don't even know I said.
I think it was on 92.2 on the radio.
Okay.
I was driving, then I heard all three of us, our names.
Wow.
Yeah.
On what radio?
I think 92.2.
Okay.
It's
And
an oldies.
and the fun part is that they didn't talk to anybody.
Yep. Well, I know that the reporter from it did reach out to the commissioners with, he had a couple of clarifying questions.
He reached out to me, but I never contacted him.
All right?
Yeah, I just emailed it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I want to read them just to see what I said.
I will forward that to all of
See
you.
if I behaved or not.
I was surprised you got all the names right. I mean, he got mine right.
On the website.
Yeah.
It's on
Well,
the
I mean, he
website.
pronounced it right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Auger or Ogre.
Well, I think that he listened to the video and everything too,
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's
sure.
where he got the picture from.
Yeah,
But,
we'll keep it all shut.
yep.
He's done a few articles recently.
Yes, I know. I was in the other article too, quoted. So,
Better off that, because that's a skill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me sitting
that's what
like
I said.
this, exactly like I sit like
yeah,
this.
like I said, I've been in 2 of his articles recently. So, so that's where we're at with station. So for old business, another part of that, we're kind of jumping around RFP, RFQ. We'll make a motion for the commissioners to approve the amended RFP, RFQ to put out to the process. I will gladly make that motion myself. Anyone want to second it? Paul Ogier is going to second it. All right, any other discussion on the RFP, RFQ before we push the button? You good? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What was the motion?
I made the motion to accept the amended RFP, RFQ.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't hear that.
No problem. I made it myself.
I'm not paying attention to this.
No problem. We'll keep you on track. Are you in favor or against?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, 3-0. All right, so we knocked out 6A and 7A. All right. Let's go for it. 7B, let's talk about that. Okay, and first off, we had communication from the, we needed to bring into this as well from our attorney.
Correct.
I haven't seen the letter from the attorney myself, if it did go out.
All it said was that he approved the warrant article as it was written. And I brought a copy of that, the warrant article for you tonight.
Okay.
And then it will need to be signed.
Okay.
I have one to be signed.
You have a separate one.
I
so
have a
if we
separate
scratch-
one, so you can write all over these.
Okay. All right.
Would you like? Chief and Sean.
Okay, so that's the locations we're doing it.
Yes, and that has been approved.
Oh,
We'll get there.
All right, and then the actual thing. So, everyone had a chance to read it?
Does the amount sound right?
The amount is right. What it is $130,000 for the 6 quarters up to June 30th of 2022, and then $126,000 to cover from July 1st, 2022 through June 30th of 2023, because we have to fund that as well. And then from 23 to 24, it's $131,040, and 24 to 25, it's $136,282. So that adds up to the $523,322.
Okay. No, my only question is, write down on a piece of paper the amount of $200,056.
Okay.
Is that correct?
$200,056.
well, 250.
256.
256,000.
256,000. Did I say it wrong?
Well, you have it wrong.
Where?
The amount's right, it's just the verbiage.
All right, let me correct the
okay.
verbiage.
Okay.
No, 'cause that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because it says $200,056, which would be
200.
Well, 56 would be
Yes,
at
you're
the
right.
end.
You're right.
Or is it $256,000?
It's $256,000.
Well, that's why we want to review it.
Thank you, that's right. Phew. Me and my transposition.
I'd
sorry.
use your verbiage if I had to write the check.
I know. Let me correct that. Oh darn, so how am I gonna do this?
So this is putting us into a 3-year contract at the rate of 126 to 136. And before, when we were in negotiations with them, weren't we looking at 200 plus per year? What was the original?
The original was way back when we had the original agreement, was up basically $126,000 a year for 5 years.
Okay.
Then that failed.
Yep.
Then the renegotiation came up with this.
He approved it as it was written.
Although before then, they
So,
changed their
advise
rates,
at
and
the
so they were
station.
billing us at a much higher rate than what this reflects
Right.
even.
Yeah, the 130.
So this is like splitting the baby kind of.
Clear from the call.
Well, the
Okay,
result of
so if I'm
remediation
gonna
was,
Email it
it was
over. I'll send you the right back.
$130,000.
Yeah.
And because, but the auditors took out 202,000. So
To
that
be
would
ahead of
cover,
it.
that would be covering
The
that.
past, yeah.
Yes,
Well, they're also
Well,
catching
some-
us up to,
next June.
well, no, it would catch us up to June 30th of this year. And
I only
then we
need
have to
one.
reach an agreement on effective July 1st for 3 years.
Mhm. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. How much did we have set aside by the auditors?
$201,502.
So yeah, it wouldn't fully cover it. It would probably get us halfway through the 22 to 23 time period.
Yeah, but keep in mind, that was only for the end of
I just said
21, so
Yeah.
it was, no, wait. Yeah,
130,000 was to get you through 21 to,
No, the 130 was strictly for 21, because all of a sudden now we're getting caught up to 2022. That's
Yeah.
where I was confused.
on your agreement, it says a lump sum of 6 quarters through 7/1/22 of 130,000
All right, so 130,000 catches us up
through June
July.
30th.
June 30th.
Yeah.
And then from, it's $126,000 from July 1st,
to June.
22 to June 30th of 23.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we're getting half a year free.
Yes.
Yes.
If we were to use all that money, or
So we would still have money left over that would go back into the general fund.
Yes and no.
No.
Yes, because we're taking 130,000 out of that 202,000 that the auditors put aside.
Right, but you're also taking the balance of that 200 and some odd thousand, so you don't have to raise taxes.
Right, I know that, but the way this says is raise and appropriate.
You have to raise them.
You have to raise and appropriate the funds
That's just the
and
way
say
it
where it's
is,
coming out
where
of.
it's coming from. Raise and appropriate through taxation, raise and appropriate through transfer, raise and appropriate.
Yeah, but this says 256,000, we don't have 256,000 in there.
For this year was said funds to come from the December 31st, 2021 fund balance.
Right, we don't have
We
256,000.
do.
All right.
We have the
Yeah.
201,000 that the auditor set aside, but we can take the rest from that as well.
From the 271,000.
Oh, and that should say unassigned fund balance. Call Derek,
Oh, he's on his way over, don't
figures.
I'll tell him to
What's
stop.
Derek doing?
He's bringing
the
over a new copy.
Oh, you're printing it, a fresh copy
I'm
for us
putting
to
it with it
sign.
correct, yes.
Okay, he's sending over a
That's
fresh
He's
one.
probably
for-
right outside the,
Yeah,
And he's gonna be, damn, she did it again.
Okay, well, worst comes to worst, we'll make sure we get this and then tell him it's the final copy.
hopefully he gets that.
All right. So,
I'm sorry, Derek.
so that's the warrant part of it.
we would sell it.
So, was this brought up in the budget committee?
Yes. They met last night to discuss this.
Yep.
And
Because.
they are not
in favor.
recommending.
Yep.
Figured that.
And it says that right there, in the warrant
The last
article.
sentence.
So, my question is, Where did October 24th come from?
To get everything done in time so that DRA can set the tax rates, we have to have it done this month. And October 24th, the school was available.
Right, with all the sporting activities and stuff like that.
Yes.
I didn't know all of a sudden, oh, hi, we're going to have a special meeting, because I hadn't heard anything. since-
Yeah.
The lawyers got going.
So,
Everything just happened all, like,
It was
this
like-
week, and it's been nuts.
so
Crazy.
once again, I will ask that if something like this comes up, the commissioners are told, because you may have found out last night, I kind of found out that it was on my anniversary tonight when I was talking to my wife leaving Concord.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When she said Greg Hill, oh, I'm sorry, when someone from the public is all over Facebook about it and posted it 9 hours ago.
So this happened last night.
Correct,
I was not at that meeting. I was on vacation day.
okay? So whoever passed the information, any information like that, whoever put it to them, Paul got to see the Facebook here that it was out there. I showed it to him,
No, I didn't see that.
oh yeah, 9 hours ago.
Wow, so much.
I don't see Facebook, so.
I understand that, but,
Well, I apologize,
okay,
because I'm the one
okay,
that was here last night with Eric, talking to the budget committee.
okay. That information, if things like that, because it really, we're gonna get beat up no matter what. But the fact of getting beat up and getting smacked in the head and not even knowing where it's coming from really kind of sucks. In fact, the anniversary part, that's fine. I mean, my wife's like, you would never schedule it. No, I knew we were having a special meeting coming up.
Yes. No, I get it.
So,
So,
I apologize for not having all that information about this to you sooner.
okay.
Should, it was just really no excuse, but Kathy and I worked on this like crazy, bouncing between lawyers and schools.
I'm sure it
and
was
DRA,
very in putting it together and all that stuff,
and
but
we were put under the gun to get it.
and we have to have a public hearing on the 17th of October.
Which is a school committee.
because I even looked at the October calendar that went out like a week or so ago, and
And there was nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
because-
Absolutely nothing.
This started
This just
occurring
happened.
on Friday or something like that.
Yeah.
and
but
Was
It was this
Monday.
week, it was Monday.
Monday, that's, yeah, that's today.
Yesterday.
That
yeah,
was yesterday.
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but still, I'm already getting pounded from all directions,
Must have been last week,
and just
sorry.
that's
So we'll have a public meeting on the 17th.
Yes,
okay. Do we have a posting of that somewhere, sample?
we do not.
Okay, that's going to be done. That has to be how far in advance?
That has to be done this week.
Okay, among everything else you're doing.
Yes. So what has to happen is tonight, you have to make a motion and take a vote to petition the court to have a special district meeting on October 24th. And then, once you do that, tomorrow, the attorney will hand carry the information to DRA, where they will sign off that they received it, and then everything will be hand carried to the court.
Did you get my text?
Yes, that is the.
You looked a lot sharper earlier.
Yeah, I know. They asked if I was gonna change, and I said no.
Derek, thank you so much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Well, I'll
So,
catch you again later.
that, once that is done, the court will meet, they will set a date for the hearing, which they will let us know, which we then have to post, so that everybody, we have to post tomorrow, we have to post tonight, once the court sets the date, then we have to post within the public hearing, which has to be held 7 days prior to
But
the
no
special
more than
district
something.
meeting. And then we have to post the special district meeting and the MS 737.
So the court hearing has to be posted 7 days prior to the 24th.
No, the public hearing is 7 days prior to the 24th.
Okay, so you're talking 7/24, so 10/17.
10/17, we have the public hearing.
Where's that?
You said 18. Oh,
This
no,
is
you said
17.
Yep, you
Is
did.
that going to be held at school?
I don't know where the public hearing is going to be held, because I have to find a place. So if,
What day of the week is that?
it's a Monday. So if you're all agreeable, we can always ask PD if we can,
Wasn't there concern about the district meeting having to have certain attendance requirements? And
There was a 2/3 of the residents.
That's going to be waived by the Superior Court.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
you can't use the school
And-
board on 17.
right, and 2/3 of the voters there, of the voters that come. This has to be a ballot vote,
Mm-hmm.
so,
But we requested a special exception to 2/3 of the residents.
The lawyers
We will,
agree
yes.
that's going to happen, yeah.
fit 2/3 of the.
Doesn't matter, it's just part of the process.
No, I know that.
Yeah, because the 17th, I'm in the school
We're gonna
board.
end up going to court.
and on a nice, on another note, Stephanie agreed to be our clerk.
Thank you on that.
Great. That's good.
I can't
For
be the
this meeting.
17th.
Don't get, it's just for this meeting. I didn't think she said anything beyond that.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, all this stuff, I see what you're trying to do, but yeah.
You have to coordinate with the supervisors and the checklist, and there's a lot of coordination.
Right.
Kent Finmore, is he available?
Yes, Kent is
Yes.
available. I've talked to the Tilton supervisors are available, and the only reason they know is because they happen to call on something else. And then after tonight, I'll call Northfield supervisors. So there's a lot of moving parts to get this done.
Oh, it's been done this one.
I didn't think you'd want to do it on Halloween.
Well, it doesn't have to be a Monday. We can do it a different day of the week.
Getting everybody available is the hard
Where you
part.
gonna put it? Oh, Sundays are free.
Do you want to do it on a Saturday?
No.
I'm just telling you, I can't be there the 17th. I'm in the school board. With your timelines of what you're talking, and that's why the sudden surprise. I mean, I understand you're trying to do a Monday. You have Tuesdays as your commissioner meetings? Or
Tuesday, which commission?
just trying to figure out the restrictions on the 25, 26, 27, and 28.
26th is a Wednesday.
Yep.
I won't be able to attend. Because I will be presiding over the Lakes Region meeting, voting the new budget in for Lakes Region next week.
Okay. So 26 is not. So what about the Tuesday or the Thursday? I'm trying to make it all fit, but
Either of those days I'm fine with.
Tuesday won't work, Northfield Selectmen's meeting.
okay. Do the selectmen at Northfield or Tilton have anything?
27.
How many days in advance does that have to be?
7.
Well, yeah, but,
So-
but hold on, the public hearing has to be,
7 days in advance.
but not more than,
14 or something like
well, it's 10 days, so it's not so bad. I don't know.
Because, I mean, I can do the entire rest of the week, 18th to the 21st for that public hearing one, but then we have to look at what is 7 days after that.
Right.
I'm not trying to be abstinent, but, or a jerk about it, but
that. No, I get it.
There's a member of the budget committee that is in the school board as well, so.
yep.
Okay, so we have to post, once you vote to have a special district meeting, you have to post it within 24 hours after taking the vote and a minimum of 10 days prior to filing the petition with the court.
Within
But-
how many days, I'm sorry?
A minimum of 10 days, but the attorney said that
That's why he's running it. himself.
this is all trying to take place all at the same time, so that we can get all this done. Because this is holding up the tax rate setting for the towns.
Right. No, absolutely, I respect that and trying to get it done as fast as possible. I mean, just throwing it out there, if we had it on Thursday the 27th, then we would have the entire 18th to the 20th to be able to do the public meeting. Well, probably not the 18th, because it's probably a town selectman meeting, but that would give you the Wednesday and Thursday, 19 and 20, to be able to
So
still
20,
meet.
there's a Tilton selectmen meeting.
Okay, so that Thursday you have a selectman meeting?
Yeah, we meet on the first and the third Tuesday, first and the third Thursday.
Right.
Thursday, okay.
The 19th is a budget committee meeting, but.
Yeah, I'm sorry, budget,
Yeah, it
we can,
doesn't-
budget can be shifted for this. Okay, what do you guys think? I mean,
Makes no difference to me. I mean, actually, the 24th is, I got a meeting there too at the store, but,
okay.
I mean, I don't have to be there, but
And my wife understands the anniversary. I'll get in trouble for that. That's whatever. I'm not trying to change that, but I cannot do the 17th. I'm sorry. So
Which
here,
night is your school committee meeting?
17th.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to push it to the right just by a day. And that whole week I will make available to do whatever we need for.
So
So we could have the public hearing on the 19th, and then we could have the special meeting on the 27th.
On the 26th.
27th, the Thursday of the 27th.
26th, I won't be able to be
Oh,
there.
that's right.
So it'd be 8 days prior, which would still meet the criteria at least. That kind of sounds like your calendar works.
I have it down for selectmen because I never know, but this way I don't
Okay.
book myself with anything
All right.
else.
The next thing is I need to contact the school
Okay.
and see if the room is available
Mhm.
for them.
So a couple options with the school. I'm not sure if they're doing plays or anything. You may have options to request are the cafeteria in the high school, the cafeteria in the middle school. That should be able to hold.
Just, if you hold either way, on the Thursday nights, I know that Mr. Young usually does the audio for our meetings, and in years past, and I don't know what this year is, he has chamber choir rehearsal generally on Thursday nights.
Oh, okay.
But that's something you can contact him, I'm sure
Well, that would be an issue then.
you're gonna have an issue no matter what.
Yes.
The school does have a new.
You have 30 people that you're trying to get their schedules, and everyone's gonna have a conflict.
Yeah. The school has a new PA system for meetings, similar to what you have. So you may not have to use the audio booth one, the big one. They have other resources you can request as well. So they would have a public mic for the public, as well as everyone at the table would be recorded as well.
Okay, well, I know Rob Berry is supposed to be contacting me.
Okay. Barry, not Barry. The IT guy, I'm just drawing a blank on his name at the second, but Rob will be able to pass that information along. They just got that this year, so there is a secondary media piece that we can utilize.
So you're saying the 27th?
27th, and then your 19th is what we said for the public hearing?
Yes.
I'll leave for Catherine to tell me where I need to be and when I need to be.
yeah, that's a good idea.
I know, but I'm just trying
I'm
to
not
make.
writing anything down, Catherine. All right.
Okay. Sorry about that. I can't miss the 17th. I was willing to be here for the 24th. But timeline doesn't allow it.
I celebrate your anniversary weekend. Same.
Yeah. She wasn't upset, it's just she was shocked that I would schedule something on that date. I'm like, I didn't.
No, I did.
All right. So you have a revised warrant article.
Yeah, but you can't sign it, because it's still wrong.
Oh, because of the date we just
We need the
changed.
date.
Derek's gonna make another run.
No, Derek's not making another run. We're not doing anything until we get the date.
Okay.
And once we get the date, then everybody can sign it.
Do a digital doc, will that count?
Nope, it's gotta be
Gotta be wet.
inked. It's gotta be wet.
Actually, by law, it doesn't. I had to research it today. Electronic signatures are acceptable by law.
To go to court, I'd rather have wet.
I agree, but by law, I had to do some research today for HIPAA.
All right, so, and then I will have to find a location for the public hearing.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll be able to have it, the budget, maybe we can have it here,
Because the budget.
because they don't have anything going upstairs.
That may not be big enough.
It may be too big.
Police department, their conference room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will
the
contact,
DOC center.
if that's what you want, I will contact.
Use that as another resource as
Okay, I
well.
will use the chief. I'll contact
Yeah,
him
the
tomorrow.
schools or the police department, I think those are better facilities for what we're trying to do.
Okay,
It's just not enough room upstairs, I mean. And he's asking for an exception to the rule of 2/3 of the voting body.
Yeah, both the lawyers.
That's at the,
The Superior Court.
yeah, but,
The judge was probably gonna make him have that anyways. That's what Attorney Fitzgerald said.
all right, so I need to shoot an email off to Kent and to Stephanie.
No.
Not yet, they're building a new cafeteria.
Tilton School's got that nice amphitheater,
They do.
but it'd be outside, need lighting.
Oh, they have a small auditorium inside.
Yeah, but I don't think that's.
110.
Yeah. 110.
All right, he's already on.
I know that from the seminars. but yeah.
I got him. All right, do we have what we need to keep you going, or do you need more from us? I want to make sure we give you what you need. You need a motion from us tonight, though.
You need to make a motion and all of that so that we can get everything off to the court, but I've got to get the dates. But if you make the motion, we can do, we have 10 days to get it to them, but we need to move quickly.
Right. I mean, well, we could make the motion and we could say the tentative date of, right, because then it allows that to be locked in at a later point. So, for the motion, we're looking at the entire thing covered? It has to be the entire thing read, or what do we need to make sure we're covered properly?
You need to make a motion to petition the court to have a special district meeting regarding the pressurized fire hydrants.
And then do I have to read the warrant article at that point?
No,
Okay. It's just a motion to
just a motion
get the
to
gears going.
get the gears going.
Okay. Okay. So because this is gonna be confusing as heck, I myself am gonna make a motion that the Tilton Northfield Fire Commissioners petition the court to hold a special meeting, a special annual or public?
Special district.
Special district
Thank
meeting.
you. That's why I was, sounded right. For the Tilton Northfield Fire Commissioners to petition the court to hold a special district meeting tentatively October 27th to address SP1 pressurized hydrants. Did that cover what we needed?
Is that Superior Court?
Yes.
Belknap County.
And we don't need to read all, should we read this below, what the actual motion is?
That would be the warrant article itself. You don't have to read that, I believe.
But we have to put the warrant article out enough in advance for the public hearing.
It will go out at the same time,
Okay,
but right now we just need the motion. And the warrant article, we can't finish
Right.
finalize until
right,
we have everything.
all right. So a motion was made by John Silly.
Commissioner Silly made a motion to petition Belknap County Superior Court to hold a special district meeting regarding the pressurized
Hydrant contract.
do we want to say contract though?
Or agreement?
Ag-
It says agreement here.
Agreement.
That works on, then agreement, yep.
How about, yeah, okay. Agreement.
Yeah, I like that better, because then we can
Regarding the
agree to
pressurized hydrant
disagree.
between the fire district, reached between the fire district and water district.
Yep.
Okay, you want me to read it to you?
You better just in case,
Okay.
just to make sure we're all safe.
Okay. Commissioner Silly made a motion to petition Belknap County Superior Court to hold a special district meeting regarding the pressurized hydrant agreement reached between the fire district and water district.
Sounds good to me. So motion's been made,
Second.
seconded by Eric Pyra. Discussion on this. We've already had a lot of discussion in advance, but is there anything else on the process from anyone?
I have nothing.
Okay, okay, I heard back from Stephanie, she's available on the 27th. What time do you want to have the district meeting, the special meeting and the public hearing?
7.
But people get home and have dinner,
Okay.
7 p.m.
So they can throw up later.
No, 7 p.m. That lets them get home, do dinner, and exchange, do whatever they need to. Yeah. Reset.
Okay, so she's available, so it's just Kent now.
Alright.
Keep your fingers crossed.
If not, Scott, that's for the Northfield?
Mhm.
As a backup, you might be able to, if Ken can't. Alright, so no other discussion on it? All in favor? Aye.
Alright.
Alright, you got a 3-0. Reluctant on some of this, but
That was fun.
it's just gonna get worse. So, and then we'll work on the timelines and everything and for the 19th for the public meeting. And
That's us.
I will put it in my calendar.
so this is, commissioners set all this up, or it's all commissioner driven, it's not budget committee driven?
What?
It's a warrant article, so it's.
Warrant
it
The warrant
comes from
article
the-
is strictly
from
commissioner.
commissioners.
Okay, I just trying to make sure, because I know
Yeah.
there's different,
The MS 737 is the budget portion, which the budget committee has signed last night.
okay,
And then
The warrant
you do the warrant article.
okay. I just want to make sure that we're covering what we need to and letting them cover what they need to.
Yes. So, yeah, I don't know how much further Stephanie will take it than the special meeting, but at least,
No, and that's fine. If we have to, we actually have money in the budget for that, don't we?
actually, we haven't paid any money out for the clerk's position.
So, what are the
We owe Camden
Okay,
for, she did come to the public hearings.
Yep.
And she did come to district meeting.
and we haven't paid her for that yet?
We have not.
Okay, I would like to at least make a motion to the commissioners that we pay out appropriately Camden Steady for her time given. And do we want to put some money forward for Stephanie for this covering down?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the, I forget what the overall stipend is.
Okay, it's $750 is what was voted in. But we do have money in the election line left. I don't know how much will be used for this election, this special district meeting. But, you know, there is some money there to help cover this.
So when we did the 750, that was based on expectation of 2 meetings or 1 meeting?
That was the district meeting, the public hearings, the postings, the ordering of the ballots, and Camden did do all that. The only thing that she didn't carry through on was the minutes.
Okay.
Which you did.
I had Beth do it off the
Submit it off the
tape and
recordings.
stuff.
How long did it take her?
I did not keep track.
Okay. So, and I'm not trying to get into the financial side of things. I don't want to step into that quagmire if not possible. What is the appropriate amount left or to break out from that for Stephanie for this night? The 2 nights. She has to get both nights, right?
So she'll have to be paid for both nights,
And she'll have to do the minutes.
and she will have to do the minutes, and she will have to do a bunch of other stuff. So, oops, that's the address. I want the operating.
They're not normally this painful,
But
just in different ways.
Yeah.
All right, so for elections, we have roughly $1,800 left. So that's posting the we have to post a bunch of stuff in the papers. We've got to post that you petitioned the court, we've got to post that the court date is going to be, we have to post the public hearing, we have to post district meeting. We want to make sure we get this out there. So there's those 4, so you're probably looking at $300 anyways for that,
To cover,
to cover the postings.
okay.
The ballots we can make in-house, so we'll have to pay Kent for this meeting as well.
Didn't the moderator have his own line?
He did have his own line, it was $500, but that's just to cover the district, annual district meeting.
Oh, we didn't cover 2?
No, we did not, that covers 1.
So that you have to double that.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly,
so.
from somewhere.
Well, if we have money left over in the election line, then we can take it from there.
Right,
So that then drops that down to 1,300.
Well, if we have money
if
left
we
over,
have money
otherwise we're
left
gonna find it
over,
somewhere
right.
else.
So what I would recommend is that we pay Camden the money that was appropriated, and then we'll just have to figure out where Stephanie's gonna, how much we're gonna pay her and where it's gonna come from.
Okay, so we have to hold off on a motion for that right now.
Right, but we can pay, you can make a motion to pay Camden.
Okay. So,
And
Hers
then-
was $750.
Yeah. And then that way, that's taken care of and we can move on.
so the 750 that was there for, she covered the duties up to that amount?
Yes,
Okay, then that's, yeah, I mean,
I know.
well, I believe you do the work, then you get paid for it. I mean, so the covering it appropriately. I just want to make sure we didn't have to prorate for any reason, that the duties covered was up to that amount.
Right, it was.
And that was 750?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we pay out Camden Steady, the previous clerk, for the amount of $750.
I'll second.
JC, any discussion on the matter?
Is that the total amount?
It is.
I think it should be less because she didn't do
Oh, the minutes.
the minutes. That's gotta be worth something.
Okay, yep.
Is that 25% of the job?
Probably.
Well, now you make us do math.
I'll adjust my motion to 600. Well, that's why we're in discussion now.
Oh, no, hold on.
You know, you're doing 750 divided by 4.
Oh, I like it. 187.50.
Yeah, see.
Minus
600.
562.50.
Oh, come on.
550.
Err to the side of caution, 600.
550.
About 575, we'll call it a day.
Fine, I'll make my motion to adjust the payout to Camden Steady, the previous clerk, for $575.
I'll second that.
All right, so you still get the motion in a second. Any more discussion? We want to go some other number.
568.93.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
3-0. All right, so we at least got that one. We have to hold off on a motion for Stephanie at the moment.
Yes, and for Kent. I
Yes.
would wait until we see how much. We can figure it out after.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
We'll
mean,
make a recommendation to you once we
Yes.
figure out what's.
your line that you can
Absolutely.
adapt it from.
Yep.
We
Okay.
can figure that out at our question mark meeting.
Yeah, and if you could identify the lines where it comes from, that's really appreciated, the budget part.
it's going to take us a few
I know.
days. We'll-
Yeah, absolutely, for that part. All right, so, back to the agenda. Did we cover everything we needed to for the special district meeting now? Or is there anything else we're missing while we're all together?
The only thing that we're going to be missing is the signatures, and then once we get the date nailed down, for sure, so that I know that the school is a definite yes,
Yeah,
the PD is a yes,
all resources.
all resources are ready to go.
Chase you down for signatures.
We'll chase
I'll
you
come
the
into,
signature.
let us know, I know I'll come into the station and sign on my way home one day.
Okay,
Just give me at least a day or so for that. Not say, hey, you need it tonight because we're turning in tomorrow.
all right, well, I'm
If
looking
you
at
can.
having it done.
And then I get a call, why didn't you show up last night? I didn't know I was supposed to show up there.
All right, why do we plan on you guys coming in? I'm off Friday, so I need to get this done Thursday
This week?
of this week.
Oh, I have a selectmen's meeting on Thursday, so that would work nicely. Well, I don't know, that's all I care about.
How soon do you need it by? Because I'm out of town until I come back on Columbus Day.
When are you leaving?
Thursday, mid-morning?
But you'll have it done by then.
Let's see. As soon as,
FedEx. You know what? Just make like 5 versions and then have you sign all of them. And then whichever one goes with.
Yes, I will be over on this side of town Thursday morning for a meeting at the school. at
Okay.
7:30. So after that,
come see me.
okay.
Just let me know and I'll come in.
All right,
And I can come in Thursday before my selectmen's meeting.
Okay,
okay.
so,
Because
Write it down.
with Monday being Columbus Day,
You know,
that throws
yeah, change.
everything
Every
off.
subject
Right.
Change.
Yep.
Until she calls.
So you'll
until
have it
there's
ready
reasonable
Thursday?
right
I will have it ready Thursday. I hope
10,
it's
I
by
come in
Six.
Thursday.
okay, 10-6.
Yeah, just.
All right, Thursday. All right, so I will come over here after my school district meeting.
Okay.
Oh, looks like you're bad.
Me too.
All right. All right.
No periods.
I don't show up by
No,
3 or 4 calls. No, I'll try.
It's 2 different ones.
Okay.
I'll leave myself a note.
Manifest, pass that over to Eric so he can keep working that part while we try to.
While we work,
Yep.
we're gone.
No. Well, the next thing technically is minutes, any other business, which is why I'm giving you that. Meeting dates,
Yes.
and so that's the reason why. Okay, so you're the last one on that you can do 2 things.
So I'm going to shut this down so I can write on top of it.
Review and sign manifests, we do a disposition reports.
Yes.
All right.
And then we have to figure out meeting dates for the budget and
Okay,
a different meeting date for November 1st because
yep. All right, so. 19th is going to be a public meeting. Okay, so 10/19 is public meeting. Current.
public
tentative
hearing. Yes,
Public hearing, okay.
yes.
And I know you'll have a calendar going out at probably Tuesday or something. That's the 19th, and that's going to be at 7 PM also,
Yes.
to be determined. And that's in fire EMS, okay. Okay, let's back them up. Okay, we said the 27th is going to be the special district meeting.
Right, at 7 PM.
Seriously, we have an invoice for $2?
It costs more to.
It costs us more to ship it and pay it and process the check.
All right.
Pay for its worth.
Should just give it to us.
So,
Save it from the bill.
okay, so what else did we have in there in between
There's nothing in between
currently
currently.
For what, where, when?
for us here?
Tonight?
No,
No,
I'm
no.
looking at the calendar
For
for anything we
meetings.
have to publish for meetings. So you're looking at the November meetings is what?
Right.
Okay, so now we're looking into the November calendar.
Right, did you want to have another meeting this month to work on the budget?
Jesus, you got us wrapped up with enough other stuff.
Let's finish October first, boys,
Yeah,
please.
and I want to make sure that Eric can be at it.
Sorry.
So you can see.
I'm gonna go back to Florida, that was a lot more.
In the middle of a hurricane? Cat 4?
Well, my friend said, you just missed Cat 5 by like 4 miles per hour. I'm like, I think that's how the difference.
I mean, if you wanted to, I'd rather not do it on the 24th. I really would.
No, it's hard to set anything when we have to set our other meetings then, you know.
I know.
So let's move into November.
Okay.
All right, so there is not going to be another meeting on the budget in October.
I don't think so.
It's all based on other people's flexibility. I have some flexibility in there,
Oh,
so
I do too, but I just, you know,
kind of burnt.
well, no, we have Tilton Northfield Fire Budget Committee on the 26th.
No, we don't.
That got changed.
Oh, that got canceled?
Yeah, and that was changed to the 19th, and now if we're going to have the public hearing on the 19th, that's gone. We'll have to go into November for the budget committee.
All right, so.
What, can we take the 26th for the fire commissioners to try and get that further along for the,
I have the meeting at Lakes Region.
Chief can't do that night.
and deputies, Jubert is off the books by then.
Yes.
Are you able to ramp up your new deputy and Deputy Robinson on certain things that we can cover and let them know which ones?
That shouldn't be difficult.
Yeah, I'll go over the.
Go over and, I mean, and let us know anything that you're.
Unless you did, I mean, you guys looked at the last time, there's nothing
It's-
controversial in there. The only other things that you really usually take a long time to discuss is the salaries.
Right.
And we still don't have the insurance rates yet.
So there's
I
a
will
lot
have
of,
those
Probably
Tuesday.
Tuesday they're coming out, because they're
Yes.
voting on it
They voted on it today.
today, so.
They'll be posted on Friday, but I'm not going to be here to get them.
Right.
So it'll be Tuesday before I can.
okay.
Where do you think you're
So can we tentatively, before she hurts you?
I'm going with my husband to his doctor's appointment.
Oh, well, you have to
See,
say that.
you had to step into it. All right, so can we tentatively do the 26th? I know the chief's not gonna be here, but we have 2 deputies. It's a good opportunity for training, and just any area that you have a extreme concern on, let them know, and we will hold that off appropriately until you can be back. But we can get rid of quite a bit of.
Most of it.
Yeah, the big things we'll be looking at is if you have your listings of the tools, that was one of the things we had out there. Some of the apparatus, things like that, if you just have a basic count of what they are, whatever you got from your captains, just as a resource for them.
Yep, I have a whole list already made
Yep,
up.
and
Let's
then you
brace
guys
it
can
out.
kind of work with that, and we can kind of move it along to get closer for the budget people.
And there'll be a couple of things that we have to go back and review because the electrical,
Yep,
I did a typo and calculated it wrong,
Okay.
so
What date are we looking at again?
that was the 26th, the date
What
that
time
you
do you
gave
guys
up.
do those at?
5:30 is what we usually try for, just so we can see if Eric gets a speeding ticket every time. Well, it's nice I'd give him 5:45, but. All right, so the 26th is the budget.
Bus tour season will be over. That's a
Okay.
2-hour meeting, we have a hard stop at 7:30.
Yes, yes. I try to do,
Unlike
Hard.
this one, which will
Yeah.
be back.
It's
this one's
2
gonna
hours,
definitely
we're
go
done.
on. Yeah, because usually we're burnt by then.
Okay, so that brings us into November.
Okay. So,
We have to reschedule our February, our November 1st meeting.
Yes,
So we'll take that off of my calendar.
budget review.
yes.
Why did that have to get changed? I'm sorry.
Just,
The chief
I'm on vacation.
on vacation.
All right. Oh, that's why the relevance of it here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't tracking.
So where are we gonna reschedule to? Because you can't go the next Tuesday, because that's election.
That's
day.
election
is,
day,
yeah.
but what do you think, what's going on like for the 7th or the 9th?
7th is Northfield Planning Board, which isn't, that one, if I had missed, it's not critical. And the 9th is wide open on my side.
My side too, right now.
Wow.
I'm okay with it. I was gonna go to an EMS class, but I can cancel, I guess.
For the 9th?
Yeah, it was,
Well, the only thing is I'm the ex officio for the budget committee, so
So-
if, like, tomorrow, I thought I had it off, now I gotta go. So, whatever, I can just,
Well, you can just walk upstairs.
oh yeah, because it's from, we go from here, they meet at 7, I think.
Right, they
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
they meet at 7.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, theoretically, I mean, if you're just pushing it off because of that one day you're out, are you out that week or that day?
get the first.
So could we move to the 2nd?
No.
Okay.
I just put all those in your calendar, I apologize.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that.
There's stuff to do.
And I will put them all back on you.
So the 9th,
So the 9th, and that is a budget workshop?
No, that's a regular commissioners meeting.
That, okay, that's the regular
oh,
commission.
wait, correct. Hold on.
Sorry.
Delete,
Back.
create.
Wow, it's usually not this bad.
If the 8th wasn't election day, it
That
wouldn't
would
be an
have been
issue.
perfect, yeah. But- Now, is there any chance with the elections that there could be a recount or anything that would have to happen the following night?
No, because
No.
that's handled, that's all done
Okay.
at the state level.
Okay.
At least based on the primary where they, I know the sheriff's race, they did it somewhere in Concord.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't possibly have a,
I don't have anything to do with it.
I'm trying to look out for you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so Stephanie's all set for those dates.
Thank you. Okay. All right, so Fire Commissioners' regular meeting is now moved to November 9th. We have one budget workshop left this month. We need at least one, maybe two in early November.
Correct.
Just to get that done as fast as possible so that the Budget Committee has their chance to finalize and before the holiday nightmare gets in there.
Please.
Can people do the 2nd as a budget workshop? It's a Wednesday?
I won't be there.
Okay, nope, all right. The 3rd, Thursday?
For the selectmen meeting.
Okay, no problem, that's what,
Is this when we come back to the 7th?
and I'm fine, like I said, the planning board is not as critical for my.
Well, what time does
attendance.
planning board meet?
7.
So we could do 5:30 to 6:30, at least get an hour in.
Yeah, well, or 5:30 to 7, yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like I said, that one is not as critical. So
That's a budget meeting?
that's budget workshop.
That's from 5:30 to 7:30, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We said the
So
7.
where are we gonna do that? Here?
Yeah, that's the other thing, make sure we have
me check.
spaces.
No, I just, for some reason I had that.
See,
to
whatever.
the PD.
Yeah, we'll do it 5:30
Yeah,
to 7:30.
we can do it here.
Okay. If I have to show up at the other meeting late, I'll show up at the other meeting late, but we need to make sure we get this.
I will touch base with Gail tomorrow and make sure I get that done.
Okay, so that gives us one workshop. Two workshops, and we really should have a third to close out, I think, because you'll be at the 7th, so what we don't hit the previous, we'll cover with you, but
Yep.
I just want to get this done early for the budget before we get into the school budget stuff.
How do I keep this on straight?
Well, I think you did good.
The old-fashioned way.
Can commissioners look at Thursday the 10th as a budget workshop, hopefully close out? It's a busy week that week if we do it all.
That is a very busy week that week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like a Friday for them too.
And it's the day before Veterans Day, the 14th.
I'm okay with anything else.
I have partial.
Just so you know, in that area kind of as well, probably going out to Pennsylvania to do the inspection. I don't know what the dates are yet.
So maybe the 10th would be better.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it done.
So you get the 7th, the 10th, the 9th?
Well, we haven't said the 10th yet.
I can do, Eric had thrown out possibly the 15th instead of the 10th. That's Tuesday the 15th.
We can set it there, but if I have to go out to Pennsylvania, then
Yeah.
I throw a monkey wrench in it.
That's fine.
We will have an issue meeting here on the 15th.
Huh?
Because,
Police station.
Maybe police station.
Yeah, we can find out a place.
if we did it on the 14th, it wouldn't be an issue for this place,
What day's the 14th?
a Monday.
Monday.
I have a partial commission meeting.
Oh,
Yeah, you do. That,
okay. That's the means she's trying
The
to.
15th.
Okay, so the 15th is the budget workshop.
Because we'll be in prep for the Christmas break.
And hopefully that will be the final night.
and what time?
5:30 again? Oh, we're doing it here, right? The normal?
The 15th? No, we can't do it here.
Okay,
No, this
police
one's gonna
station.
be at
Do you need the extra 5 minutes to get over to there, or?
No, that's actually easier. I get off at exit 22.
We'll still do 5:30 then, just to kind of stay in track, and we'll give that till 7:30, and like I said, hopefully, the goal is to have the budget done by then. That kind of gives us 3 more periods, and the budget really didn't have too significant amount in there on the glancing that we did before, so,
The only things are the insurance and
yeah.
the salaries.
Yeah, so-
Are going to be these conversation points. All the others are
If they are what they
very
are.
straightforward.
Any outside information you have will be in before the 15th? Any, like, the insurance and things like,
Yes.
everything will be in before the 15th?
Yes, the only thing that I'll be waiting for is for Primex for the workers' comp and P&L, and hopefully I'll have it by then,
Oh, okay.
but no guarantees.
Okay,
But that'll just be,
but so
That-
theoretically, we can do everything except those which are
Right.
mandatory amounts?
right,
Okay,
Yeah, when they give us that number, that's the number.
that's the number.
that's the
okay.
number.
All right, then
Oh,
that's,
since you have the calendar
Yeah.
up, no, just for her,
Yes,
14th and 15th of December, I ain't available
all right,
for anything.
all right, so we
just the
that.
14th and 15th?
Yes. That's my equivalent of the meeting I just went to in
Okay.
Florida. But it's gonna be in New Bedford, Mass, so minimal hurricane risk.
What do you think?
Hurricane season's over December 1st.
All right,
Just so you know.
I am leaving somewhere in here,
Hurricane season's over
here,
forever.
I will be back to probably a few years.
All right, so I'm going to mark you off for the last
Yeah.
2 weeks of the month.
These 2 weeks, December, yep.
All right, so with all that chaos, we got through review and sign manifests. November 1st, a meeting adjustment due to the chief. We set dates for the budget workshop, and our meeting dates for November, so we got through 10A as well. So the only thing left is review minutes, which I will say I didn't get a chance to review. I have no problem.
I did it. I really did it.
You're pretty comfortable with them, or?
Yeah.
I'll see what Eric says on that. I mean, actually, let's see if I can pull it up real quick while he's in there. I mean, I haven't read the news article yet to know what I said in the minutes, so.
It's just the minutes of the September 20th meeting.
I just love when people are asking me about that, and huh? Well, here's your photo. Okay.
Yeah, imagine my surprise when I saw it in the paper.
Yeah. Yeah, my father, we went over his house, he's like, yeah, great photo, huh? All right, those were, it came from Beth. Draft minutes 9, okay.
You could've,
9:20, yeah.
you obviously watched the video too.
Well, that's where the picture came from, because no one was over there for the camera angle of what you took the picture.
No way. No. No, not smart enough to. Yeah.
It was right from the angle where you are. Minutes is the only thing left. Did you have a chance to read them?
Yeah, I'm all set.
You're good with them? Okay. What do you want to make a motion on?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of September 20th, 2022.
I'll second it.
All right. And that was the meeting that you were not at.
Still,
Yeah, no, you can, and based on what you're comfortable with and all that stuff. Okay, we have any comment on it? The biggest thing is which was in the minutes, I'll just say again for the camera, is that we addressed that we did not have a properly posted meeting, but there are minutes available through the Tilton Selectmen system.
I
So-
will be getting minutes to post on our website
Oh,
as soon as
they get approved.
they get approved.
Perfect, so just to compensate for that oversight, we will post the minutes once we have them from the selectmen as well, so that there will be appropriate minutes for that one that we missed. I just want the public to know that it's out there and that we're not trying to hide the fact. All right, so that being the
This
case,
this meeting was properly posted.
I'm addressing,
Oh.
we talked about.
Oh, right, the other
selectmen
meeting.
was a meeting immediately
The
before,
selectmen.
and so I brought it up in that meeting to make it very clear. And I'm just letting the public know one more time, if they have any question about the selectmen meeting, it will come out appropriately.
I'm caught up now.
Yeah, just want to keep everyone on the right page. All right, no, is there any other discussion? All right, not hearing any, all in favor? Aye.
I abstain.
You abstain, okay, yep, so it's going to be 2-0.
2-0-1.
Yes. Okay, minutes, there it is. So it was EP, PA 2-0-1. Yep. All right, so the only other thing we have is now, is there any other business before we go into non-public?
No.
Even though it wasn't on there? Okay. Just bring that out there. All right, then you have the cheat sheet for the non-public? And do I have to do two separate ones?
Yes, well,
Or can I just do the one and then break it up?
you should be able,
You might want to stay for this one,
Okay.
just as an introduction to the disposition.
Oh,
report
yeah,
part of it.
this was.
Okay,
yes, please stay.
okay. I didn't know if I could.
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely. Just so you know, in case you're running the meetings for the chief not here and stuff, it's that opportunity to,
Okay.
and then you. Okay.
If you need another one, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Do you have a second one? Because this one would go with this, or do I just check two? I think I can check two.
Well, I thought they were both under the, did you decide it was
Wait.
two different things?
Well, disposition disposition does fall on the same. You're right. Okay. So let me just make sure. Yeah, disposition reports fall under C.
Correct.
Okay, and, yeah, so, okay. Two matters under C, all right. And 10-4, just get the basics. Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion that we go into non-public, under, wow, I'm beat up tonight. Okay, under RSA 91-A:3, 2C, matters which, if discussed in public, would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of this board, unless such person requests an open meeting. This exemption shall extend to include any application for assistance or tax abatement or waiver of a fee, fine, or other levy, if based on the inability to pay for the poverty of the applicant. All right, so that is why we're going in. So a roll call vote for this.
Need a second.
Oh, I need a second.
Second.
Motion made by AC.
We'll figure this out.
EP, yep. All right, okay, so we have, I made the motion, Eric seconded it, okay, roll call, Paul.
Yes.
All right, myself, yes, Eric.
Yes.
All right, so at this point is where we pause the
Say the
video.
time.
Oh, and the time is 7:30.
But it's not on.
That'll prevent them from getting a good picture.
It's on.
It's on, okay. Time being 9:25, we have returned to public, and my mind's not in the right place. Restarted the recorder, public session reconvene. All right,
Make a motion to seal the minutes.
okay. A motion has been made to seal these minutes.
I'll second it.
EP, not PA. PA's on this side. All right. And the reason for that is determined that divulgence of this information likely would affect adversely the reputation of a person other than a member of this board. That would be the one it sounds like it would be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure the right one. Okay, now we need a roll call to seal these minutes. Paul?
Yes.
John? Yes.
Yep.
Okay, it passed. These minutes recorded by JC. Okay. One of the things that we did have in there is we would like to, I guess I'll make the motion myself, making a motion to amend the Tilton Northfield Fire District billing policy to include in the existing policy to allow Comstar to balance bill residents of the district. The remaining part of the policy will stand with that inclusion. Alright. So I made the motion for that.
Second.
Alright, so, and that's recorded on those things. So JC, EP, any discussion on that?
No.
Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 3-0. Say it, please say it.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
10:26.
Aye.
9:26.
I'm sorry. No, you can't.
At 9:26.
I should be home in bed.